especially knowing what birth is like, and pregnancy, and labor, and tearing, and stitching, and all of that. Yeah, I'm definitely rethinking the 5 kids thing.
What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world.
Hi everyone, it's Jasmine. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day 3 of my 30 days of posting. And so I asked on Instagram a little Q&A, you know, the question features. And so I'm currently sitting in the back of the car with Chubbas because on the way to the mall she wouldn't stop crying and that was very stressful. So we're on our way back home and I thought I would film this really quick while I have a second without having to take care of this one. Chubby, say hi. She doesn't like sitting up by herself in the back. You want to say hi? So yeah, while I'm sitting in the back and we're in traffic anyways, I thought I would check my Instagram and answer some questions. And sorry if this is shaky, I'm holding my camera and I'm resting my arm on Scarlett's car seat. I have very weak arm muscles, so I'm sorry if this is shaky. Okay, so I asked, ask me anything, mom life, postpartum, marriage, beauty, etc. If you want to ask questions for the next Q&A, you can follow me on Instagram and yeah. Okay, so the first question is, how many babies do you want? And I got asked this a couple times. Before I had a kid, I've always wanted like a big family, and I think that comes from me only having one sibling. While it was really nice having a sister close to my age, I always was jealous of people who were never bored. Like, if you only have one sibling, or even worse if you're the only child, I feel like you're always bored whenever your sibling is gone or like busy. I don't know, I'm just jealous of big families and I always wanted one myself. So with that being said, I wanted 5 kids before. I would have wanted more, but I didn't. Shoda's in the front like, what? I would have wanted more than 5 kids, but honestly I think it's too much if you have to get 2 cars to go anywhere with your whole family. So 5 is like the max for like most cars, including like the parents. But now after having a kid and knowing what it's like to be a parent, and especially knowing what birth is like, and pregnancy, and labor, and tearing, and stitching, and all of that, yeah, I'm definitely rethinking the 5 kids thing. I've always wanted to have some biological kids and adopt some kids. I don't know, I just feel like adopting is like a calling, if that makes sense. But of course that depends on like our life situation, because I think adopting is very difficult and you have a lot of like screenings and tests that you have to go through, and I know a lot of parents have a hard time finding a child to get placed in their family, in their home, and I don't know, it's just like a very difficult process, and I recognize that. So in the future, if we're able to be in a position where we can adopt a child, then that'd be amazing. Ideally, well, I already have a girl, so I would want another girl so that she can like be friends like me and my sister. We're very close in age, but I don't know when I'm trying to have a baby next again. So I don't know about the age thing, but 2 girls, a boy, and then if we can adopt 2 kids, that would be like my ideal. But I'm also open to not having that many kids, because I think Shona's still trying to like adjust to fatherhood, and I'm not trying to like scare him away, you know. I mean, he's already trapped, but you know, like, I don't know, I'm just trying to be like compromising. What is your answer? How many kids do you want? You are on camera.
2 or 3?
Okay, definitely not 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so the answer is 3 to 5. Depends on our future, depends on how we're feeling. I don't know. That's the short answer, 3 to 5. Well, I feel like fostering might be like something that we'll do in the future, because I feel like I was made to be a mom, but I recognize that fostering is like a big commitment as well, and I just don't know what the future holds. So if we don't have a big family, then maybe we'll be foster parents.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Sure.
I don't Okay, next question. What has surprised you about motherhood so far, good and bad? I didn't really have like very big like expectations of motherhood, or I guess that sounds kind of bad. Like I didn't want to assume anything about motherhood. I feel like the lighting is better over here, but my arm is weak. I need something to rest it on. Okay, sorry, the lighting's bad. Yeah, so because like obviously before I had a baby, I've never been a mom. I didn't want to assume something and either, you know, be disappointed or like, I don't know. I just went into it with a very open mind. So I feel like nothing really like caught me off guard, if that makes sense. If anything, what has surprised me? Okay, the good is I'm surprised by how like naturally it's coming. Like even though I'm not sleeping, and even though like Scarlett's tearing my nipples off, and even though, you know, like there's so many negatives or like hardships, and if I would have heard of every detail like outside of being a mom already, and if someone just told me, like listed all of like the negative things, I feel like I'd be really scared and I wouldn't think that I'd be able to handle it. But I'm actually like it's coming really naturally for me, which I'm kind of surprised by. Like of course it's hard, and I have moments where I'm like, oh my god, like what did I do, you know, like why did I put myself in this situation? But it just feels like what I was born to do. Does that make sense? Does it make sense? Are you listening?
Kind of zoning out.
You're zoning out, okay, cool. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Like I struggle with mental health like my whole life, and so I was really worried about like postpartum depression and just like not feeling like this is right for me. But even with all the hardships, like it's still the best thing ever. And I don't know, I'm surprised by how naturally I'm like, I would freaking give my life for you, kid. Like I don't know, I hope that makes sense. You gotta put the binky in your mouth, girl. She like is learning how to hold it, but she can't turn it. Oh, slobber everywhere. There you go. Her hair bouncing with every bump. Hello. Okay, anyways, yeah, so that was a very drawn out answer to simply say I'm loving motherhood, and I'm surprised by how much I love it, even in the hard moments. Something bad that surprised me is how much freaking hair I'm losing. I did not know that. I mean, I knew that hair loss was part of being, you know, in the postpartum stage, but I'm literally losing hair in handfuls. And my hair is being found everywhere, from the kitchen to the bathroom to the bedroom to Scarlett's clothes, everywhere. My hair is everywhere. Yeah. Okay, next question. What's the best thing about being a mom? I think the best thing about being a mom is waking up to Scarlett's face every day. She's so happy in the morning, and as much as I don't sleep at night, looking at that face, I'm like, ugh, everything is right in the world. That's the best. What's the cutest thing Bartles has done? You know what always cracks me up is when she cries, and I'm like, why are you crying? It's not like tears crying, it's more of like screaming. And I'm like, why are you screaming, girl? And then she'll let out like a fart, and then she smiles, and that's just like, I don't know, it always cracks me up because it happens all the time. So makeup questions. What makeup trend do you wish would disappear? I don't know if this is a trend, but kind of like a makeup pet peeve is when people go so hard on the contour that it just looks like a brown like spot on the side. Which, don't get me wrong, like I'm not perfect with makeup. I have my moments where I'm like, wow, that contour be looking rough. But some people do it on purpose, and I get that you're trying to like get cheekbones, but if it's too much, and especially when they do contour, like heavy contour unblended with like super like harsh highlight, it just looks really muddy. I don't know, that just really irks me. Girl, stop sucking on your fingers. Yes. Okay, next question. I always have to pick up my phone because I'm trying to charge it. My phone is always out of battery. Another question, would you ever move out of Washington? So if you are new to my channel, we grew up in Washington, me and my husband. We met each other in middle school and then got married when we were 19. And we moved LA, and then we lived there for about a year and a half. And when our baby was born, we moved back to Washington to be with family and, you know, our friends and everyone. Girl, you gotta put it in the right way. There you go. Yes. And as of right now, okay, when we moved back to Washington, it was a very like, we came here thinking it was gonna be like a temporary move, or not temporary, but like I saw myself moving back to California eventually. But now that we're here, I don't hate it, surprisingly. And it's been really nice having people that we know and love around us in LA. I did make some friends, but it was pretty lonely having no family. I mean, I had some extended family and I love them, but it's not the same. And my parents have been like so helpful with the baby and everything, so I'm sure like our lives would look very different if we were still in LA. And now that everyone is so attached to Bartles, I can't imagine like being like, okay, we're leaving, bye, you know. Like I feel like everyone would have to uproot their lives and move with us because everyone loves Bartles so much, which I don't see that happening. And like Shota's work is in Seattle, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem realistic anymore to leave. So yeah, I think we're planning on staying in Washington, but I would definitely need like yearly vacations in the winter to somewhere warm, because the winters here are really depressing. And like I said, I struggle with like mental health, so I'm a little bit scared for that. But I'm just gonna need to get like a lot of sun lamps and just cover my house in sun lamps to mimic the sun. Okay, next question. Favorite place to shop for baby clothes? The only place I actually bought baby clothes from was Carter's, and everything else was gifted to me. Everyone loves buying baby clothes, so I didn't have to get a ton, but I noticed a lot of, sorry, she has to hold my hand or else she freaks out. We got gifted a ton of baby clothes from Zara, which was really cute. And then also my sister got us some stuff from Nordstrom's when she worked there. So that's like a really more bougie place to buy baby clothes. It is really good quality, but not really necessary when they grow out of clothes so quickly. I think that's it. Zara and Carter's, that's where she has like all of her clothes from. And a couple pieces from Baby Gap. Like the really cute bear sweater, that's from Gap. Yeah. Another question is, what baby names do you like? So since we already have Scarlett and my husband's name is Shota, it's SS. For our next kid, I would love it if we could find a J name. And for girl, I like the name Josie because I think the nickname Joe or Jojo is so cute. But for boy, I can't think of very many J names that I like. I kind of like Jagger, but I don't know if that's like too out there. Girl.
She doesn't like Jagger.
She's just trying to put her pacifier in the wrong way.
She's like, ew, Mom, that's wrong.
Do you not like Jagger?
No,
is that what you're trying to tell me?
I don't mind.
You weirdo.
No,
is there any baby names that you want to throw in the mix?
Well, I'm Bob.
Okay, goodbye. So I think right now we're trying to think of J names. If you could think of any cool J names, put them in the comments.
Job.
What?
Job.
Job?
Jobber.
You're dumb. Goodbye.
Jevin.
Okay, you can't just put J in front of like normal names.
Jadam.
Shut up. We're home now. And this girl's freaking out. Look, it's you. Girl, you gotta turn it this way. Oh, silly. Watch, she's gonna suck on it for 2 seconds. Yeah, I knew it. She sucks on it for 2 seconds, rips it out, and then gets mad. Okay, sorry. So yeah, guys, we're home now. I can't do any more questions. Gotta go. But if you have any more questions, leave them down in the comment section or hit me up on Instagram and we can do another Q&A if you enjoyed it. Please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And this is the most unflattering lighting ever.
This is very bad.
But well, Are you calling me ugly?
No, saying the lighting's bad.
Okay. Anyways, we'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye, boo-boo. She's just... She's still struggling with her pacifier.
She's in her own world.
Bye.
What a wonderful world.